By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to organize your freelance workflow using Trello, turning chaos into clarity with a system that actually works. Whether you're just opening Trello for the first time or you've been using it for a while without feeling like it truly fits your freelance life, I'm going to walk you through my personal process step by step. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, you need to structure your workspace and boards the right way. A common mistake freelancers make is dumping everything into one giant board or one cluttered workspace, mixing personal grocery lists with client deadlines. Instead, create a dedicated workspace inside Trello for all your freelance work. This keeps it completely separate from personal projects, family planning, or anything else you might track in Trello. Inside that workspace, create a distinct board for each major client. For example, if you have a web design client named Sarah, you'd have a board called Sarah Web Design. If you have a copywriting client called Greenleaf Co., you'd have a board for them too. Each board gives you an isolated space to store important client details, shared links, documents, brand guidelines, and communication history. This way, when you open that board, you're fully immersed in that client's world. Now, here's a pro move. Create one additional board called My Week. This is your central command center. It consolidates your most important, time-sensitive daily tasks from all your clients into one place. You won't live inside every individual client board every day. You'll live inside My Week and jump into client boards only when you need deep work or references. Next, you need to establish workflow lists on each board, and you should organize them from left to right to mirror your natural working process. This is where a lot of beginners get stuck, because they create random lists like to do, doing, done, and then wonder why things slip through the cracks. Here's the system I use. The first list should be called Quick Grabs Info. This is not a to-do list. This is a reference column for things like client logins, brand guidelines, shared Google Drive folders, style guides, and any other one-stop information you need at your fingertips. The second list is To-Do Backlog. This is where all upcoming tasks and deliverables live, not yet started, organized roughly by priority. The third list is the most important one for productivity, In Progress Doing. Here is the golden rule. You must limit this list to 2 or 3 active tasks at a time. I cannot stress this enough. If you drop 15 cards into In Progress, you will feel overwhelmed, you will context switch constantly, and nothing will get finished. Force yourself to pick only what you can actually work on right now. The fourth list is Waiting on Client. This is for tasks that have stalled because you need feedback, assets, approval, or information from the client. It's a visual signal that you're blocked, not slacking. Finally, your last list is Done. When you drag a card here, it clears your mental load and gives you a satisfying sense of progress. Plus, you can reference completed cards for invoicing later, which is a lifesaver when you're reconciling hours or deliverables at the end of the month. Now let's talk about maximizing card details, because a card is so much more than a title. You want to turn each card into a mini project manager. First, use checklists. When you have a larger deliverable like a website build, a long article, or a social media campaign, break it down into smaller, actionable checkboxes. For example, for a blog post, your checklist might be draft, edit, format, add images, schedule. Checking off those tiny wins keeps your momentum going and gives you a clear path forward instead of staring at one massive, vague task. Next, use labels. Trello allows you to color code labels. I recommend setting up labels for type of work, like urgent, design, writing, admin, or client XYZ. When you glance at your board, the colors immediately tell your brain what kind of focus is needed. Red for urgent, blue for writing, green for design. It's incredibly intuitive once you start using it. Finally, always attach due dates. Trello will trigger reminders and show you overdue items prominently. Without a due date, a card can sit in the backlog forever. Even if the client hasn't given you a hard deadline, set one for yourself. This keeps your workflow moving and prevents that dreaded feeling of a card that's been lurking for weeks. Here's where the real-time savings come in. You should create templates so you never rebuild your systems from scratch. Start by creating a master client board template. Spend some time building one board with all your ideal columns, labels, and an example card showing the perfect structure. Then, whenever you land a new client, simply copy that board, rename it, and you're ready to go in minutes instead of hours. The same goes for recurring task checklists. If you provide recurring services like a monthly newsletter, a social media package, or a weekly report, save that checklist as a template on a card. When the task rolls around again, you just instant populate the checklist instead of typing out every step from memory. This alone can save you dozens of repetitive clicks every month and massively reduce the friction of getting started on repeatable work. So there you have it. You've now built a Trello system that's custom tailored for freelancers, with a dedicated workspace, client boards, a central weekly view, a 5-list workflow structure, rich card details, and reusable templates. The benefit is huge. You're no longer guessing what's next, you're not losing client info, and you're not drowning in an overwhelming to-do list. Instead, you have clarity, momentum, and a system that works with your brain rather than against it. As a next step, I'd encourage you to spend 15 minutes today building your first client board and setting up that quick grabs column. And if you ever feel stuck, just come back to this video and walk through the steps again. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.